Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge, and welcome to Bunches of Lunches Kids Takeover Marathon. I've been making fun lunches for my kiddos ever since they were in preschool. I love it, they love it, and it's really been so much fun. Now, just like me, my kiddos also love getting their turn to plan and pack their own lunches. So come along with us today for a little glimpse into the past and see lots of lunch ideas that kids can help make themselves.
Before we start, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Now let's get started. Hi guys, and happy Monday!
Now I know what you're probably thinking.
Where's the sandwich?
I know normally on Monday I do PB&J sandwiches, but I wanted to try something different. This is peanut butter yogurt. And we haven't tried this flavor before, but these are the flip ones.
So they have little peanuts inside, and then you put them in the vanilla yogurt.
Right, so there's peanuts on the side, so you kind of flip it over and all the crunchies go on top. It's vanilla Greek yogurt with peanut butter clusters. What do you think about peanut butter yogurt, Jackson?
I don't know if it's gonna be good, but maybe.
Maybe? Well, I hope you try it. I am including this cute little spoon for your yogurt. And then back over here I have some watermelon, but unfortunately this watermelon from Costco is pretty pink, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually watermelon is red, so hopefully you guys will still like it.
I could smell it while you were making it.
It does smell good, but it may not be very sweet. You guys will have to try it. Over here I'm giving the kids some shredded carrots. It's just more fun to eat it when it's little pieces, right?
Yeah.
And then over here I have something that is so yummy. This is the Boom Chicka Pop in the white cheddar flavor. It is so good. I can't stop snacking on it. But it's actually not too bad for you. And then lastly, I'm also giving the kids some fruit leathers. These are the ones from Trader Joe's, and these are apple blueberry. So it's like a fruit snack. Does it look good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and get our lids on, and after lunch,
We'll show you what we ate.
okay guys, time to see what they ate. Starting with Mackenzie's. How'd it go, Kenzie?
It was yummy.
She ate everything. Good job.
It was just enough.
Now, Jackson, what happened?
I was full.
You were full. There's a little bit of yogurt left. There's almost all the popcorn left. And did you eat any carrots?
Some.
Some carrots. And Lily, she ate all of her popcorn. There's a little bit of yogurt left. And she didn't eat her carrots either. What'd you think, miss? What was your favorite part?
The yogurt. Watermelon. Yogurt.
You really liked the watermelon even though it was sour? Well, everybody ate the watermelon, so they must have liked it. What did you think about the yogurt, guys? The peanut butter yogurt?
It was super good. A little bit good.
A little bit good.
We'll see you on Tuesday. Hi, Fudgies, and welcome to Tuesday.
Right now I've got Mackenzie, Lily, and Jackson here with me, and they are ready for lunch. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm serving today. It's kind of like a deconstructed pizza. I started with some pizza breadsticks. These are cheese and garlic. They're really tasty. To go along with that, I'm also giving the kids a mozzarella cheese stick for the cheese of the pizza. And then back over here, I have some mini pepperonis. Don't those look fun?
Yeah.
And you can use your little pick to pick them up. It'll be really fun. And then for the breadsticks, I'm also giving the kids a little container of marinara sauce for them to dip their bread in. Back over in this corner, I just have a few pieces of broccoli. And then in this little container, I have some ranch. It's been a long time since I made homemade ranch, so I think they're gonna love it. Now, since it is Tuesday, this lunch is nut-free.
Yay, and I need to see ranch.
Yeah, that girl loves some ranch. So we have that in there. And then lastly, I have some fruit cups that Lily requested. These are peaches and 100% juice, not like sugar or syrup or anything. And she definitely needs help to open these. These kinds can be hard to open and messy, so I will definitely be helping her to open that. And that is it. The kids are gonna have water with this, and that is lunch for today.
And after lunch, we'll show you what we ate.
Okay, Fudgies, lunchtime is over now, and we need to know if the kids give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. What do you think, Lily?
Good.
What do you think, Mackenzie?
Thumbs up.
And Jackson?
Thumbs up and thumbs down.
Both? Well, I see out of everyone, Jackson has the most left over. What happened, Jack? Wasn't your favorite?
I ate almost all of these, and I didn't eat a lot of them.
Yeah, so he has a little bit left, not too bad. McKenzie ate everything, and Lily just left one little piece of bread. She did ask for more ranch. So what was your favorite part, guys?
The pizza bread. Pepperoni.
Lily, what was your favorite part?
The pizza and the broccoli and the pepperoni. Oh.
You liked all of it?
And we'll see you tomorrow, Fudgies. Bye. Good afternoon, guys, and happy Wednesday.
Good job, guys. I've got McKenzie, Jackson, and Lily with me. Say hello.
Hello.
What do you think of today's lunch?
It looks really yummy.
I really like that on Wednesdays we have a little bit more time and the kids can actually help me make the lunch. So the kids actually made their little dessert cups today. Was it fun?
Yeah.
They're Jell-O creations.
First I made the pudding. It's chocolate.
And then I got it into these cups. I really like this size cup. It's a little bit smaller and it comes with a lid. So it's really nice.
Then I added the dirt. That's actually crushed up Oreos.
That's right, Oreos are so good. And then Jackson, what did you do?
I put all of these little gummies. There is worms and snails.
Worms and snails. So it looks like a fun dirt cup. Now to go along with today's lunch, I'm also giving the kids some white mac and cheese, which came from this box. This is the Annie's shells and white cheddar. Do you guys like this kind?
Yeah.
I hope so, because I gave them a whole bowl full. Now to go along with this, I also made a quick broccoli salad, which I'd never made before, but I think it turned out really nice. It's broccoli, carrots, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of sugar. There's almonds in there as well. It's yummy. I hope you guys like it, because it's really good.
And also carrots in it.
Yeah, it would be really good if you added craisins, but I don't have any craisins. So I think that's gonna be enough food for them today. I'm all out of fruit. We definitely need to get back to the store in the next couple of days, but I think this is gonna make them pretty full. Does it look like enough?
Yeah.
I also have some for Griffin.
After lunch, we'll show you what we ate.
Time to see how they did. What do you think, Kenzie?
It was yummy.
What was your favorite part?
This, and this.
What about you, Lily? You got a little bit of chocolate on your mouth. Was it
You got a
good?
drink here.
What about you, Jack? What about you, Jack?
Thumbs down for this and thumbs down for that, but
You-
I like the mac and cheese.
You didn't like the pudding?
I just like chocolate for some reason.
What?
Hi guys, and welcome to Wednesday.
But it's Thursday. That's okay. So on Thursdays, I try to make a allergy-friendly lunch, which is a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. So if you guys have some favorite ideas for allergy-free lunches, leave them in the comments down below and I'll definitely try making those. But here's what I made for today's lunch. I started by cooking up some brown rice in my Instant Pot. It was super fast. And then I got that into the thermoses. And then on top, I'm giving the kids some of this chana masala. I think that's how you say it. And this is vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO. And it's actually mild in spice. It's made with chickpeas, there's onions, tomatoes, and spices in there. Now, I'm not sure if the kids are gonna like that, but they did like the lentils last time, and they're not exactly the same, obviously, but they're similar, so I'm hoping they'll like this one today. To go along with that, I'm also giving the kids some yummy sesame crackers. These are actually made of rice, so they're gluten-free, and they're actually really yummy and crispy. Over in this corner today, I'm giving the kids some cucumbers. Do you like cucumbers?
Yeah.
But instead of doing the normal round pieces that I do, I went ahead and made the sticks instead, so it's a little bit different. And then over here I have some of these Bobo Bites. These look really interesting. Now these are vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, but this particular flavor does have nuts, so if you have a nut allergy, just get a different flavor. So these are kind of like an Aussie Bite, if you've ever had one of those. It's like a little biscuit muffin thing.
What about the applesauce, Mom?
Oh yes. Now I am out of fresh fruit today. I need to make it to the store. So instead I'm gonna give the kids this applesauce pouch. But who was it? Jackson, did you pick this out?
Yeah.
This is the apple mango one. So that one's really tasty. So I definitely need to give the kids some spoons today. Do you think you're gonna like it?
Yeah.
I want you to eat it all. Eat as much as you can, okay?
Okay.
I hope you like it.
And we'll see you after lunch. Bye. Lunch is over now. Some of us liked it, some of us didn't.
You can tell who it was. McKenzie did really well. She ate just about everything. But the other two, not so much. What happened, Jack? Did you even try it?
I tried some of it.
She ate the chickpea part, but she left all the rice. But Jackson looks like he didn't eat any.
I did eat some.
But you didn't like it? Oh well. He did eat everything else except for a few bites of his muffin. But you guys, these are actually really hard.
I know. I thought they would be like soft.
They're surprisingly hard. And then Lily, she didn't eat much else either. She did have her applesauce. You must be hungry still, huh? If you didn't eat your lunch.
This is not my favorite lunch, Mom.
Well, we'll try again tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be special with a theme. So I can't wait to show you.
Special Friday lunch.
That's right.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Hi friends and happy Friday. Today I have a special themed lunch. I'm going to surprise the kids. You guys want to come see?
Yeah! Whoa, cool!
It's Minions. We love Minions. We think they're so funny and cute. So for today's lunch, I started by decorating the boxes with some really cute napkins and some cupcake liners. Now for our special sandwich today, we actually made a peanut butter and banana waffle sandwich. I used these waffles from the grocery store, and these are actually chocolate chip and banana, and the shape looks like a little minion, so it's perfect for today. So I just toasted those up, and then McKenzie helped me to add peanut butter and slices of banana. And then on the front, to make them look like minions, I use these really big candy sprinkle eyes, just a couple on each, and I use a little bit of peanut butter to glue them down. Also in today's lunch, I'm giving the kids a special string cheese. These are really cute because they actually have the Minions printed on the wrapper. In this back corner over here, I have some chunks of mango. They were just the perfect color for today's lunch. And we haven't had mango in a while, so hopefully it's good. I gave the kids a little Minion pick to pick their mango up. It'll be really fun. And then back over here, I have some Cheez-It crackers. And these are, of course, the Minion ones. They have little characters on each cracker.
Ooh, this looks so fun.
Now lastly, I do have a special treat for the kids today. I was able to find these Minion gummies at Walmart, and they just look so cute. We don't get these all the time, but they're perfect for today's lunch. And finally, to drink, I'm just giving the kids some lemonade. I couldn't find any Minion drinks, but this one was the right color. This is just the lemonade from Trader Joe's. So it's going in today's lunch. What do you guys think?
It looks yummy.
Now, we are missing a vegetable today. Are you sad?
No, not really.
You can have vegetables for dinner. It'll be totally fine. But I couldn't find a yellow vegetable that these guys would like, so I just went ahead and skipped it for this lunch. No big deal. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Who can talk like a minion?
Let us know in the comments down below if you like Minions. And we'll see you after lunch. Bye. Lunch is over now, and it was awesome.
They did really well today, although I can see that I packed too many crackers. Both Jackson and Lily didn't finish their crackers, and just about everybody has some mango left. Was it not very ripe?
No.
No. Okay, tell me what your favorite part was. Go, Kenzie.
The gummies.
What about you, Jack?
The gummies and the sandwich and some of the crackers.
Some of the crackers. What was your favorite, Lily?
Everything.
Everything. Well, I love this Minion lunch. I thought it was actually really easy and really cute. So let us know in the comments down below what themed lunches you'd like to see. I know I've had some requests to do Shopkins, some requests to do animal themes. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. This first lunch is going to be made by Lily.
Yeah! For my lunch today, I'm gonna start by making a sandwich. And I'm gonna put it right here in my lunchbox. I'm gonna use 2 pieces of wheat bread. I'm gonna use this whipped peanut butter. It is so good. And I'm also using some raspberry jelly. I'm gonna spread the peanut butter on this side of the bread and the jelly on the other. And I'm gonna put them both together. Next, I'm gonna take my sandwich cutter and I'm gonna press down as hard as I can. So I'm gonna put this in my lunchbox, but I'm not done yet. To give my sandwich a face, I'll add 2 little grapes for the eyes and a little orange for his mouth. And now he looks so cute. And now it's time to add more fruit. One of my favorite things is mango fruit cups. But they can be a little hard to open. So my mom will help me open it. We'll drain it. And then we can put it in the lunchbox. Next, I'm gonna add another of my favorite things. That is pickles. Not everyone in my family likes pickles, but I do. And I would eat them every day if I could. So I'm gonna add just a few pickles in there. In this little section, I'm gonna add more grapes. I'll use a couple of picks to decorate my lunch. These are little crayon picks, they're really cute. For a snack today, I choose Pringles. And my favorite flavor is the pizza ones. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite Pringle flavor is. So now I'm going to open this up. It's a little bit tricky, but I got it. Now I'll put just a few chips in a separate container. That way they don't get crushed. And then the last thing I'm going to add is my special drink. I love chocolate milk. And that's it. That's everything in my lunch.
Next up, we have Jackson's lunch. Are you ready?
Yeah. For my lunch, I want to make one of my favorite sandwiches. My favorite kind of bread is croissant bread. So my mom helped me cut it in half, and now I can seal it. I'll add a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of cheese, and a little bit of ham. I absolutely do not want mustard on my sandwich. One of my favorite fruit is cherries. So I'm gonna add a handful of them and pluck out the cherry tops, because I don't like the cherry stems in my lunchbox. Next, I'm going to add some corn, after I peel it, of course. I like to eat it raw. I don't like to cook it at all. In this little section, I'm gonna add a few tomatoes. Then for my special treat today, I'm gonna add some Cheeto Bites. These are so good, and they really do taste like little Cheeto Bites. So I'm just gonna put a couple in a separate container. Then for my drink, I'm gonna add some chocolate milk. And that's everything in my lunch today.
Bye.
Bye.
Next up, we have Mackenzie making her lunch.
Hi guys! So for my lunch today, I'm going to be making a hot lunch. One of my favorite foods is orange chicken. And normally we like to get our orange chicken from Trader Joe's, but we didn't have time to get to Trader Joe's this week. So we're going to try out this kind of orange chicken, which is actually great for me because I can just microwave it. I don't have to use the stove at all. This container has rice, lots of veggies, the chicken, and the sauce all together. All I have to do is open it up and remove the seal. So while my chicken is in the microwave, I'm gonna go ahead and add a handful of carrots. Normally I would pick cucumbers, but we're out. I just put them in and they just went like that. And to go along with the carrots, I'm gonna include a little container of ranch. And for the fruit, I'm gonna make a delicious fruit salad. We only have a couple strawberries left. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and peel and separate the oranges. And I'm gonna add them into the fruit salad, which also has cantaloupe and honeydew melon. Bananas would have been really good in this. I think I'm gonna add those next time. I'm gonna fit as much as fruit salad in here as I can. And to make it look cute, I'm gonna put a little lion pick inside. For snack time today, I'm going to put a handful of these banana chips. These are a little sweet and very crunchy. Let me know in the comments down below if you like banana chips too. So now my orange chicken is done. And I've scooped it into the thermos part, and it's smelling really good. Now I'll get the lid on so it can stay nice and hot. Next, I'm gonna add some goldfish graham crackers, s'mores flavored, into this little plastic snack ball. And last but not least, I'm gonna add a little Jasmine Head Good to Grow drink. We recently got to see the new Aladdin movie, and it was really good. Next up is Daddy's turn.
Hi guys, for my lunch, I'm gonna be using the Ziploc container, and I'm going to start with my main dish. I'm going to be making a salad, and I'm just using some romaine lettuce. Next, I'm going to use some grilled chicken skewers from Costco. I'm just going to push them off the skewers onto the salad. I'm going to top them with some salsa verde. It's very good, a mild heat, not too spicy. I'm just going to put a couple spoonfuls on top of the chicken, and then I'm going to put a dollop of daisy. After that, I'll sprinkle with some shredded cheddar cheese and then top it with some sliced tomatoes. Finally, I'm going to add some salt and pepper to taste. Next up, I'm going to be making my spin on a caprese salad. I'm going to use about a cup of sliced cherry tomatoes, a quarter cup of sliced onion, 1 mozzarella cheese stick cut into pieces, a splash of balsamic vinegar, a large spoonful of basil pesto. This is the easy way. It's got the garlic and the basil and the olive oil already in it. Then I'm going to top it with a little bit of salt and pepper, put the lid on the container, and shake it up. Now I usually like to let this marinate on the counter for a few hours before eating. That way the flavors all combine and it's very delicious. I'm just going to add a little bit here into this compartment and top it with a little bit of the extra sauce. And then I'm going to add some sliced avocado. I've added a little salt and pepper to these. Next up is our fruit. I found these at the grocery store. They're called rambutan from South Asia, I believe. They're kind of an interesting looking little guy. I've never had them before. I looked up a video on how to eat them, and you need to cut around the skin. It's a little bit thick, and then it pulls off, revealing the fruit inside. It's kind of grape-like. It's a white flesh and juicy, but there is an almond size seed in the middle of it. So I'm just going to add them to this split container. And then while I was getting these at the store, I also found a persimmon, and I love persimmons. So I'm just going to put that in there and then dice it up. And finally, a little crunchy snack. These are plant-based protein crisps. They have 7 grams of protein. They're baked, non-GMO, gluten-free, have 0 trans fat, and they're flavored like margarita pizza. I'm gonna give one a try because I've never had these before, and they're pretty good. They're nice and crunchy. I'm just gonna add a small handful into this little container. And finally, to drink, I'm having some kombucha. This is GT's kombucha in the gingerade flavor, which is my favorite. And there is my lunch. And as you can see, I ate it all. I'll make it again because it was super delicious.
Hi guys, McKenzie here. This is what I'm making for my lunch today. For my main course, I'm making a blessed sandwich. It's kind of like a BLT, but my sandwich has B for bacon, L for lettuce, E for egg, and S for salad. And that's what a blessed sandwich is. And normally I would just use regular bread, but my mom picked up this kind from the store. I think it must have been on sale. I've never tried it before, and the slices look extra thick. So the first thing I'm gonna do is chop up 2 hard-boiled eggs. And I'm gonna add some mayonnaise and some mustard. Then I'm gonna mix that all up until it's all into egg salad. Next I'm gonna get a plate and I'm gonna put it down, and I'm gonna put a paper towel over it, and I'm gonna make my bacon. I'm gonna put 2 strips on this. This bacon is already cooked, but all I have to do is heat it up in the microwave until it's crispy. And I'm gonna put 1 paper towel on top of it so it doesn't get messy in the microwave. Now I have 2 pieces of my extra thick bread, and I'm gonna put my mayonnaise on there, just a little bit on each piece because it's already in the egg salad. Next I'm gonna pile up lots and lots of lettuce. And then goes the egg salad, followed by the crispy bacon. Now I'm gonna close up my sandwich, and my mom's gonna help me cut it in half. Now this ended up being a really big sandwich. So I'm gonna have 1 half and I'm gonna share the other half. And I put a little emoji pick in it, and that's gonna help keep my sandwich from falling apart. Next I'm going to add some fruit and veggies. For my fruit, I'm having peaches, but not just regular peaches. My mom found these really weird peaches at the store. They're kind of flat, and they're called Saturn peaches. I'm gonna leave this peach whole, and I'm gonna stick it right into my lunchbox. I'm gonna put a little emoji pick in there too. For my vegetable, I'm adding some sugar snap peas, and I'm going to snip the ends off with scissors because I don't like to eat that part, and I really like to dip these in ranch. So I have a little container to go with them. For my snack, I'm adding barbecue pop chips. And for my special treat is something that I love. Actually, my whole family loves these. This is mochi ice cream, and they make lots of different flavors of these, but I really like the mango. If you've never had mochi before, it's made out of rice, and they pound it into a dough. This sweet treat has mochi on the outside but mango ice cream in the middle. For my drink, I'm just gonna have water. Let me know in the comments down below if you ever had mochi ice cream. And if you have, what flavor is your favorite? Hey guys, Jackson here, and I'm gonna make my lunch. Today, I'm going for a kind of dinosaur themed lunch. My favorite dinosaur is the Stegosaurus. But let me know in the comments down below what your favorite dinosaur is. I'm gonna go ahead and make the main course first, because it's gonna take the longest. To go with my dinosaur theme, I'm gonna make these dino chicken nuggets. These chicken nuggets are pretty tasty. I'm gonna add 6 of these frozen nuggets to their pan. Then my mom is gonna help me put them in the oven. It only takes about 12 minutes to cook. For my food today, I picked apple slices because these are really good. My mom picked up this apple slicer at the Dollar Tree, but I've never actually used one before, so it's time to try it. Basically, you just have to push really hard, then you do it. For my vegetable, I picked celery. I'm just gonna cut these into smaller pieces with a plastic knife. In goes my apple, and I put the apple pieces back together to keep them from turning brown. And the celery goes right in here. To go along with these, I picked some peanut butter, because peanut butter is good with both apples and celery. Be careful when you open these. They might be oily and spill everywhere. I know that from experience. Now I'm gonna put the chicken nuggets in the lunchbox. And also adding Rice Krispie treats and some water. And that's everything in my lunch today. Hi, Griffin.
Since Griffin's not talking a whole lot yet, should I help you with your lunch today?
Yeah,
What's your favorite food?
mac and cheese. I like myself.
Now, since I'm out of butter and milk, I'm going to go ahead and make this easy mac because I don't need those ingredients. And Griffin, you going to help me? So we're just going to remove the lid, take out the little cheese packet, and then Griffin, you going to help me add the water?
Yeah.
Okay, pour it in. So there's the water. Now can you help me stir it up? For Griffin's fruit, we're going to add raspberries because he loves raspberries.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing it.
I put carrots in there.
You put carrots in there?
Yeah.
Good
And
job.
I only need gelatin in there. Let's make mac and cheese now.
So when this comes out of the microwave, it's really hot. So I'm just going to have Griffin add the cheese and then I'm going to mix it up. We have to be really careful. It's so hot. Should we add a treat to your lunch?
Yeah.
What about some PB&J sticks? If you've never seen these before, they're called Serendipity and they're actually really cool.
So that me.
These little sticks are actually peanut butter filled cookies and then you dip them in the raspberry jelly. So it's like a peanut butter and jelly treat.
You're gonna get one out and get it in there.
Yeah, that was
And even water in my cup.
good. You like water sometimes and milk sometimes?
Yeah.
You did a good job helping with lunch.
There's my max. Salmon.
Okay, now show me how you take a bite. Yeah, it's yummy.
Hi guys, this is Lily. And now it's my turn to make a lunch. I'm gonna start by making my main course. And it's gonna go right in here. I'm gonna make a roll-up sandwich. First I'm gonna take a tortilla. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of pesto. I really like pesto. I eat it all the time on noodles. But it's also really good in a roll-up sandwich. I'm going to spread this pesto all over the tortilla. Next, I'm going to add some slices of turkey and some slices of cheese. And my mom's going to help me roll it all up. We're going to stick it in a fridge for a little bit before we cut it. That way, it'll cut easier. Next, I'm going to cut up some watermelon. Don't worry, I'm using a plastic knife. It's not really sharp. I just want to have smaller pieces so it'll fit in my lunchbox. I love watermelon. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite fruit is. To decorate my watermelon, I'm gonna add a cute rainbow unicorn pit right in there. And I can use it to pick up my watermelon. For my vegetable today, I'm adding some carrot sticks. But I only like to eat carrots if I have a ranch. So I'm adding a little container of it. We cut the roll-up sandwiches and put them in the lunchbox. And for my special treat today, I'm adding a Mr. Brownie. My mom actually bought these at the Dollar Tree. Did you know that the Dollar Tree has brownies? They're actually pretty good. And just like all the other kids, for my drink, I'm just having water. And that's everything in my lunch today.
Hi guys, I'm back with another lunch idea. This time I'm digging through the freezer and I found these veggie bites. Now I really like these and they're leftovers. So I'm just going to heat up a pile of them on this tray and then I will stack them in my lunchbox. I dug through the fridge and found this guacamole mini cup that I'm going to stick in here to dip. And I also have a small ketchup for dipping sauce as well. I'll stick it in there. I found this Enjoy Life chocolate protein bites. It's an allergy-friendly little treat. It's gluten-free. Got some protein in there. I'll just tuck it in this little pocket right here. Next up, I'm going to throw together a fruit salad with a few leftover fruit that we have. I've got cherries, watermelon, honeydew, and cantaloupe, and a couple of raspberries. I'm just going to toss these up and then I will add them here into my box. While I was looking through our snack selection, I came across this chocolate covered bacon strip. This is a piece of applewood smoked bacon that is fully enrobed in dark chocolate. Sounds delicious. I've never tried this one before, but I think I will add it to my lunch. In the snack area, I also found this little orchard bar. It's a pineapple, mango, macadamia, and coconut. And to drink, I'm just going to have this water. And there it is.
Okay guys, now it's time to show you what I actually like for lunch. And I decided I wanted to test out some new lunch boxes for this. I actually picked these up at Target quite a long time ago and I've just not used them yet. A while ago, my Target stopped selling Sistema containers, which I really love, and they replaced them with these snap locks, which are very similar, but actually they seem more sturdy. These come in lots of different sizes and configurations, but I went ahead and picked up the salad container, the snack container, and the smaller split container. And as you can see, these have a snap lock on the side, just like Sistema products do. Hashtag not sponsored, I just really love trying new lunch containers. This salad container is going to be perfect for my lunch today because I am making a salad. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all the stickers, give these containers a wash, and then I can start making the lunch. For my salad, my first ingredient is romaine lettuce. And sometimes I buy this in the bag pre-chopped, but today I'm going to go ahead and wash these and chop them up myself. They're definitely a lot fresher when you cut your own. So now that I have all of my lettuce cut up, I'm going to add it to the bottom section of my salad container. This fits so perfectly in there. And what's really great about this container is that I can put the salad on the bottom and I can put all of my toppings in a separate tray that can sit on top. That way I can just go ahead and add all of the ingredients right before I want to eat it, and that way my salad won't get all soggy. Recently, I've joined the Weight Watchers program, or now it's called WW. So I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier. So instead of eating a regular cheeseburger, I'm going to make a cheeseburger salad. So of course this salad is going to have all of the ingredients you might find on a cheeseburger. I have some thinly sliced onion. Next, I'm going to add a few of these dill pickles. And then in this larger section, I'm going to go ahead and add just a tablespoon or so of this shredded cheese. This is a cheddar and jack blend. And now we come to the burger part. Now you could definitely use any kind of meat you want here, but for my salad today, I'm going to give these veggie crumbles a try. Now generally I really enjoy veggie burgers, so I'm thinking I'm going to love these veggie crumbles as well. They really do look and smell just like beef. But unlike beef, it's not going to be very greasy, and it's definitely on the lighter side. Okay, so this actually comes fully cooked, but it's frozen. So I'm just going to take about half a cup of this, pop it into the microwave until it's warmed through. You guys, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried these veggie crumbles or if you're a fan of veggie burgers. Let me know which brands are your favorite because I'd love to try more meatless options in the future. So now that our meat is nice and hot, I can go ahead and add it into this little container. Of course, it's not a lunch of mine if I don't spill some. Now, as far as the salad dressing goes, I think this would be really tasty with a Thousand Island dressing, since this is a cheeseburger salad. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it a little bit lighter. I'm going to add some of my favorite yogurt-based ranch dressing. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour a little bit right in the center. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my container back together. This fits perfectly right in there. And then I'm going to get the lid on, and it really does snap really tightly. Now, if you happen to be following the Weight Watchers program as well, this cheeseburger salad is really big and it's only 5 points. Now, to go along with my cheeseburger salad, I'm also going to go ahead and prepare a little snack. This definitely can double as a treat, but it's actually not that bad for you. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and use this new snack bin. It's definitely a longer rectangle shape, and there's 2 separate compartments. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill the larger section of this container with fresh cut strawberries. And now comes the treat part. In this section, I'm going to add just 2 tablespoons of light whipped cream. Now, if you're curious about this one, it's only 1 Weight Watcher point, which is really good. And last but not least, for my special drink today, I choose a Spindrift. Now, this is actually sparkling water, but the difference is that these ones have real fruit juice in them. Not very much, it's just lightly sweetened. And if you're on the Weight Watchers plan, it's only 1 point. These come in lots of different flavors, but my personal favorite is the raspberry lime. I'm going to be sharing all of my best tips and tricks when it comes to helping kids become more independent when it comes to making and packing their own lunches. Tip number 1, if I want the kids to be able to make their own lunch, everything has to be in a place where they can find it and reach it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I can't reach things, it is super frustrating. In our new pantry, I have a bin near the bottom that holds some of our favorite lunch containers, and I also have other containers that hold all the other supplies that they might need. Things like sandwich cutters and silicone liners. Another important step is pantry organization. Instead of having lots of boxes and bags open all over the place, I like to use these large clear containers with easy open lids. That way, with just a quick glance, the kids can see what we have and make a decision about what they want to add to their own lunch. Oh yes, and these containers also help make sure that the food stays fresh. No more stale crackers or soggy pretzels. Another really helpful tip is to prepare your fruits and veggies beforehand. This includes washing and prepping some things and slicing others. I often try to cut fruits and veggies in fun ways to make them more appealing. I like to prepare a couple days worth of fruits and veggies at a time. That way I'm not prepping too much. I like to store my fruits and vegetables in containers with a sealed lid so they can stay nice and fresh. Preparing these things for the week is definitely going to save you tons of time and make packing lunches a whole lot easier, especially when the kids are putting the lunches together themselves. First up, Lily is going to share her lunch with us.
Hi guys! For my lunch today, my main dish is cheese and crackers. I'm just going to grab a few things from the pantry first. I also love carrots and grapes, so I'm gonna grab those things from the fridge next. Oops, I forgot to grab the cheese. And my favorite drink, Capri Sun in the berry flavor. Now that I have all the supplies, I'm gonna add my silicone liners. And then I'm gonna add my crackers. Now I'm going to fold my cheese into small pieces, add them to my lunchbox. Next I'll add the pepperoni, because I love pepperoni. Now it's time to make some grape skewers. And now I'll add some carrots. And don't forget the ranch. I love carrots and ranch. For my snack today, I'm gonna add these vegetable sticks to my cool reusable bag. And for my treat, I'm gonna have some chocolate chips. I'm gonna fill this little container right here. It's really easy to pack my own lunch when everything is super organized. It's my turn to pack my lunch. Today, I'm going to have a turkey, cheese, and spinach wrap, cucumbers with ranch dressing, and some popcorn on the side. For my fruit, I'm going to take a banana and I'm going to put it in this cool banana holder so it doesn't get squashed. And for my drink, I chose a Capri Sun in the fruit punch flavor. While I'm loading my lunchbox, I'm going to put an ice pack on top of my wrap to keep it cool. And then I'm going to put my Capri Sun on top of it to keep my drink cool. And I'm ready to go. For my lunch today, I'm going to have a peanut butter and strawberry jam sandwich. And I'm going to pick a star cutter to cut my sandwich. I also like celery and these yummy pretzel sticks. For my fruit today, I'm taking an apple. And for my drink is a Capri Sun in the berry flavor. It tastes great. Now I just add everything to my lunchbox and pack my bag, and I'm ready to go. Hi guys, Lily here. Today is Monday, and I helped pick out this lunch. It's gonna be really easy, but really tasty. One of my favorite things to have for lunch is a homemade Lunchable. So the first thing I need to do is remove the center divider. That way I have plenty of space to put all my different ingredients. And to keep my ingredients separate, I'm going to add in 4 silicone liners. That way the meat and cheese won't get my crackers all soggy. I don't like soggy crackers. I don't think anybody does. Instead of using regular round crackers today, I'm going to add some of these golden butter crackers. And I really like these ones because they're in the shape of a butterfly. I'm going to put in 4 of these crackers because I think that's a perfect amount for me. Next, it's time to cut the cheese. To make the cheese really cute, I'm just going to cut them out with my flour cutter. This is really easy. Even my little brother can do this. It's time for some pepperoni. This is my favorite kind of meat to use when I'm making a Lunchable. This pepperoni is a little bit spicy, but I like it anyway. Next, I'm going to add in a vegetable, because they're already cut up and ready to go. I'm just going to line them up right in here and add a little container of ranch. Next, I'm going to add in some fruit. And right now, my most favorite fruit is watermelon. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this watermelon into smaller pieces. And then in this back section, I'm also going to add in another fruit, some green grapes. And I added a couple of these grapes to some little skewers with hearts on the ends. Next, I'm going to add a treat in my lunch. And for my treat, I decided to go with blueberry muffins. And I think 3 is a good amount. I'll finish these off with a little elephant pick. And then for my drink, I picked some juice with a minion topper. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you know the name of this minion. And that is everything my lunch.
So Lily, did you like making your lunch?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Do you want to pick a lunch again next week?
Yeah.
Okay, start thinking about what you want to have.
Okay, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Hello guys, Jackson here. Today is Tuesday and I'm in charge of today's lunch. Today I'm going to start by making mini sandwiches, but not just regular sandwiches because I'm not using regular bread. Instead I'm using frozen mini pancakes. And since these pancakes are frozen, the first thing I'm going to do is put them on a plate and microwave them for 30 seconds. For these mini sandwiches, I'm also going to use cheese and ham. You can use any kind of cheese for this, but I like to use cheddar. And to make sure this cheese fits in my sandwiches, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. That's right, I'm gonna cut the cheese. So now that I have 4 little pieces of cheese, it's time to move on to the ham. I'm just gonna roll this ham up and then cut them in the middle. And now that my pancakes are ready, it's time to put these sandwiches together. And to make sure these don't fall apart, I'm gonna add 1 pick into each little sandwich. This is a lot like a Lunchable, but instead of a cracker, you use a pancake, a mini one. So now that I have these done, I'm going to add my fruit, which is going to be strawberries. I just washed them, and then I cut off the top, and then sliced each one in half. I'm going to just add some fruit picks to it. And I did put these into silicone liners. That way none of the strawberry juice can get on my sandwich. In this back section, I'm going to add some sugar snap peas with some ranch for dipping. For my treat, I decided to go with some yogurt. Right now we have peach yogurt or vanilla yogurt. And I picked the peach. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite yogurt flavor is. For my snack, I'm also going to add in some Toy Story goldfish. And then I'm just going to dump them into this goldfish container. And then the last thing I'm going to add into this lunch is a drink. And I picked out the fruit punch with the Star Wars topper. And I know his name is R2-D2. I think my lunch turned out awesome, and I think it's going to be the best lunch of the whole week.
And here's what Jackson's lunchbox looked like after. What'd you think?
It was really good.
I think everyone loved those mini pancakes.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Hi guys, and welcome to Wednesday. This is McKenzie, and I'm in charge of today's lunch. My first step for this lunch is going to be to make some roll-ups, not the fruit kind. These ones have pepperoni. First, I'm going to take some nice and soft cream cheese, and to this, I'm just going to add a little bit of ranch dressing. Now, I'm just going to mix these two together. Next, I'm going to use 1 big flour tortilla. I'm going to put one down on my cutting board. I'm just going to spread this cream cheese all over it, and I want to make sure to get it all the way to the edges. Next, I'm going to take big slices of pepperoni and lay them out all over my tortilla. Next, I'm going to take my mozzarella slices and add a layer on top of the pepperoni. And the last thing I'm going to add is just a handful of spinach. I'm just going to spread this all out, and then my mom's going to help me roll it up, and then she cut it into slices. For my lunch, I'm just going to add 3 of these slices, and the other slices will go into the other kids' lunches. For my fruit, I picked mango. And to make this mango easier to cut, my mom used her mango cutter. Then I took a spoon to scoop all the pieces out. So now I'm just going to load up all my mango chunks, add them into the lunchbox, and put a little bunny inside. His name is Jerry. Next, in the back section of my lunchbox, I'm going to add in some cucumber. To go along with the cucumbers, I'm also going to add some ranch. And for my snack, I'm going to add this Skinny Pop popcorn. I've never had it before. And for my treat, I'm going to have some mango rice pudding. And last but not least, for my drink today, I'm just going to have some water. And that's my lunch, complete and done.
Okay, Kenzie, what do you think about making your lunch?
It was really cool.
Should we do it again next week?
Yeah.
Well, start thinking about what you want to make.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Okay, guys, next up we have Griffin's lunch. Say hi.
Hi.
Say today is Thursday.
Today is Wednesday.
And I'm going to be helping Griffin make this lunch because he doesn't have quite as much experience as the other kids. Do you love making lunches? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make a peanut butter and jelly star. So Griffin helped me cut out the bread, and then Griffin helped me put a little bit of what?
Peanut butter?
Inside we put some
Jelly.
jelly. What kind of jelly?
Bread jelly.
Red jelly with strawberry jelly. And then I let Griffin pick out some really fun eye picks to stick in his sandwich.
Yes.
Now to go along with this PB&J, we also added some cheese. So I just took a string cheese and I let Griffin cut it up.
I got the cheese and was eating as I used my hand to cut.
Yeah, you had a very, very safe kid knife, right? Next into Griffin's lunch, we're going to add some
green grapes.
And some.
Tomatoes.
Do you like tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, my boys like tomatoes, but my girls don't. I don't know what's the deal.
I want them only like apples.
They only like apples?
And boys like tomatoes.
Now, grapes and tomatoes are one of the things that can be kind of a choking hazard for younger kids, so I thought it'd be fun to give this little grape cutter a try. I found it on Amazon, and you just load in your little fruit or veggie, and it's supposed to cut it into 4 longer pieces, which are supposed to be safer for kids. I thought this worked really well on my tomatoes, but not so well on the grapes. But my grapes were a little on the mushy side. So now in this back section of the lunchbox, we're gonna add in some pretzels.
Yes, and make a big mess with me.
Did you make a big mess with those pretzels?
And made a big mess with me my own.
Next, in the center section, I'm going to have Griffin add some raisins. And now the very last thing I'm adding into Griffin's lunch is his drink.
Big milk. This lunch is awesome. I love making lunches with Mommy. See you tomorrow.
Okay guys, do you know what this challenge is all about?
Kind of.
Okay, we're gonna go to the grocery store and each of you needs to pick an item that can go in tomorrow's lunch.
Okay.
But you can only pick items on the aisle of your age. So you have to look for things on aisle 10, aisle
6,
aisle
1,
3. You're 3. And what aisle is your aisle, Jack?
8.
Let's see what kind of lunch we can make.
I hope there's nothing weird in my age level. Let's go.
Okay guys, let's do ladies first.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the boys' turn, okay? Are you ready, girls?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a voiceover at this part since inside the grocery store was so loud. So we ended up taking the girls first, and we started on Miss Lily's aisle first. Now since she is 6 years old, that meant aisle 6. Now she lucked out with aisle 6 because it has a lot of her favorite foods, things like candy, bread, dried fruit, and drinks. Of course, she went straight for the things like gummy bears and cotton candy. She definitely gave those a thumbs up. But then she also found things like prunes, which were a thumbs down for her. The girls also found some Good to Grow bottles on this aisle, but I'm pretty sure we owned every single Good to Grow topper there is, so we passed on that. And then at the very end of the aisle, she also found some chips. So now you have to wait until I make the lunch to find out what she ended up picking. Next up was Mackenzie's turn, and right now she is 10 years old, so unfortunately aisle 10 is mostly cat food and air filters and magazines, so not a lot of food. She definitely gave the cat food a thumbs down, as well as the doggy treats. We're definitely not putting those in any lunches. She also found some magazines which she liked, but you can't eat a magazine, right? So thankfully at the very end cap of aisle 10, she did end up finding lots of different snack foods like cakes and donuts and treats like that. So she did pick out something. You'll have to wait to find out what it was. So now that the girls' turn is done, it's time for the boys. And we decided to start on aisle 3 since Griffin is 3 years old right now. Now this aisle was kind of a challenge too because it's mostly condiments. We were able to find things like ranch, which we definitely give a thumbs up, but we also found a lot of hot sauce, which the kids definitely give a thumbs down. Although I think it's good. So definitely stay tuned to find out what Griffin ended up picking. And then finally it was Jackson's turn. Jackson is 8 and he really hit the jackpot here. Aisle 8 has things like frozen dinners, frozen pizza, corn dogs, lots of easy foods to put in lunch boxes. We found some fish sticks, which Jackson did not want to go with. We found some crumpets, which I definitely would have picked if it was my aisle. And then just to give you a hint, Jackson ended up picking something from this section, so definitely hang on to find out what it was. Now unfortunately this store didn't have an aisle of my age since I am so old, but I did want to show you these really cool treats that I found. They're all Mickey shaped, so you know I love them. So now we're gonna head back home, and tomorrow I'll show you what the kids picked out. Hey guys, and welcome to Friday. So yesterday the kids and I went shopping and we picked out lots of different random things to put in this lunch, and we're gonna start by adding in some bagel bites. This is what Jackson ended up picking, and I'm pretty happy about these. They are very easy to make. I just have to pop them in the microwave. Now, unfortunately, you guys, none of these aisles really had fresh fruits or vegetables on them, so I am going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and put some strawberries into the lunch because I already had them in my fridge, and I'm also going to throw in a few baby carrots because I do want this lunch to have some healthy things in it, I guess. Now, in the same section of the carrots, I'm going to go ahead and put in Griffin's choice. Now, he ended up picking this little jar of pickles. I did have to make sure that he picked out the dill pickles because I know he doesn't like the sweet ones. Next, we're going to add in Lily's choice, which is a bag of Cheeto Bites. So these are like white cheddar Cheetos, but they're just a lot smaller, which actually works out really well to fit in a lunchbox. And then last but not least, we're going to be adding in Mackenzie's pick, and I'm really happy that these were on the end of her aisle. I was really nervous that her aisle didn't have any real food at all. She ended up finding these donut holes, and I'm going to be able to fit just one into each lunchbox, so I think it works out really well. So overall, you guys, this was a super fun challenge, but I'd have to say this is the most hodgepodge lunch I have ever made, but it was really fun, and I think it turned out pretty good. As you can see, the kids liked pretty much everything except for the little Cheeto Bites. Some of the kids were not big fans of those. Okay guys, so the inspiration for most of the lunches this week are going to come from these two new sandwich cutting kits I got on Amazon. And no, this video is not sponsored. I just really love to try out lots of different lunch kits and supplies, and I've had my eye on these ones for quite a while. I picked up the magical set, which comes with a mermaid, a unicorn, heart, and a mermaid tail, and picks. And I also got the journey set. And this one comes with a train, a plane, a rocket ship, and an alien cutter. And then this one also comes with the extra long pick. So I'm excited to give these a try this week. Today is Monday. I have Mackenzie with me.
Hi!
And she's going to be in charge of today's lunches.
Today I decided to go with a mermaid theme, and that's because I picked out this new mermaid sandwich cutter. So my absolute favorite kind of sandwich is an egg salad sandwich. So I'm going to start by chopping up my eggs. And I am making enough so all the kids can have a sandwich. To my chopped eggs, I'm going to add a little bit of mayo and a little bit of relish. But this is dill relish. And I'm also adding a few shakes of salt and a little bit of pepper. Now at this point, I'm ready to start mixing it all together.
Okay guys, so since we've never actually used this mermaid cutter before, I'm going to go ahead and give Kenzie a hand here. And before I actually cut out the bread, I have a little trick for you guys. I often do this when I'm using cookie cutters or sandwich cutters. I just take my food writer pens. These are just like food coloring, and I color a little bit on the inside of the cutter itself. That way when I stamp it onto the bread, more of the details actually will show up, and I just like the way it turns out. So now I'm going to line up this cutter as best I can on my bread, and I'm going to press down firmly. Now at this point, I'm actually going to flip the bread over, and I'm going to make sure that it cut all the way through both pieces of bread. And I'm also going to press down in the center of the cutter to make sure that those little details of the little mermaid's face are going to show up. So now I'm going to very carefully remove the bread, and I like to use a little food pick to help poke the pieces out. And check it out, you guys.
Wow, that looks so cool.
That actually worked out pretty well, but now I actually have to pull the pieces of bread apart and fill the sandwich itself. So while I'm spreading out this egg salad, I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to answer some questions. I put a video out on Wednesday where I got to a lot of questions, but not quite all of them. One of the questions I got was, do you buy all the food you put in your lunches, or is much of it sponsored and sent to you? So honestly, you guys, these days, I do show a lot of new products in my videos, but most of them are not sponsored. You know, if companies wanted to reach out to be unsponsored, that would be great. But these days, I'm actually pretty picky about what sponsored videos I actually do. So I buy the ingredients myself.
And just like that, our cute little sandwich is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and place it into the lunchbox and move on to our fruit. First, I'm just adding a handful of blueberries, and then my mom and I are going to work together to make these cute little crab oranges.
Now to make these, you guys, it's actually really easy. We're just taking some little cutie oranges. Those are the ones that are easy peel and they have no seeds. Then we're going to be inserting 2 toothpicks, one on either side of the orange. Then onto these toothpicks, we're going to be adding 1 little segment of orange. And this is going to kind of look like the crab's claw.
So now that the crab's claws are done, I'm going to take 2 big eye picks and stick them on the top of the orange. And I really like the little eye picks that have the little hearts in them because I think it makes the crab look super cute. Then I'm going to take a food writer pen and draw a little mouth on my crab. And I decided to make this a happy crab, so I gave him a smile. I named my crab Ricky.
And I named my crab Bobby.
Now that my little crab is done, I'm going to add in some cucumbers. And I decided to cut these into sticks using a crinkle cutter. That way these look like they're from under the sea. Now to go along with the cucumber, I'm going to add a few pieces of carrot.
Now at this point, I'm actually doing the chopping here because you need a really sharp knife to get through these carrots. And once I have that done, it's going to be Mackenzie's turn.
I'm going to take this teeny tiny fish shape cutter and I'm going to use it to cut out my carrot. Then I'm going to take these little fishies and place them on top of my cucumber. So far this lunch is looking awesome, but I have a few more things that I want to add. To go with my veggies, I'm adding a tiny container of ranch, and then for my snack, I'm adding some Princess Goldfish crackers. Now these goldfish are pink, but they taste just like regular goldfish crackers. I'm just going to fill in the space around the mermaid with these crackers. Next for my treat, I'm going to add in one of these strawberry oatmeal bars. I've never actually tried these before, but they look really good. It's kind of like a fig bar, but instead this one has strawberry inside. Then finally, to complete my lunch, I picked out a grape juice. And to go with my mermaid theme, I picked out the Ariel topper. Now if you think my lunch is the best lunch of the week, comment down below with #mermaid.
And as you can see, this lunch is completely gone.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Hi guys! For today's lunches, I decided to go with the space theme. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the center divider from my lunchbox. It's because I'm gonna need this entire space for a rocket ship sandwich. To go inside these sandwiches, I'm gonna be adding some rotisserie chicken slices and some cheese. For this sandwich, I'm just going to be using 2 regular pieces of bread.
And then because this is our first time using the sandwich cutter, I am going to go ahead and help Jackson out here. We decided to cut the bread out before we filled it. Now this cutter is a little bit larger than our bread, so we're not going to be able to include this little edge piece of the rocket, but that's okay. So I'm just going to line up this cutter as best as I can, and then I'm going to press down firmly through both slices of bread. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip this around, and then Jackson and I are going to very carefully make sure it's cut all the way through the bread. And just like with Mackenzie's mermaid sandwich, we did go ahead and draw with our food writer pen on the cutter itself before we stamped it onto the bread.
Now at this point, I'm going to use the same cutter to cut the cheese. That way the cheese will fit perfectly onto my sandwich. And I'm going to do the same things with the slices of chicken. Then I added a little bit of mayo to my top piece of bread, and then I'm going to add it right on here.
Okay, Jackson, so what do you think about this sandwich?
I think the sandwich turned out pretty cool. Now I'm going to add this into my lunchbox, but I'm making sure to leave some extra space. It's because I want to add in some carrots and some ranch.
Now I'm actually going to be doing this part because it can be kind of dangerous. I'm just using my mandolin slicer to shred up some carrots.
I'm going to add them right here to my rocket ship to look like flame. Next, I'm going to add in some fruit to go along with the spaceship theme that we can try these black.
So this is basically Go-Go Squeeze applesauce, but I think this is meant for older kids, a little bit larger. And in here there's actually apple, cranberry, blackcurrant, and blueberry. So some different flavors in there.
Now in the front section of the lunchbox, I'm going to add in some veggies. My mom sliced some cucumbers, Then I cut out the center of each slice. And in its place, I'm gonna add a tiny cherry tomato. So the idea is they all look like Saturn.
That's right. I think these really do look like cute little planets with a little ring around it.
And to go with them, I'm gonna add a little bit of ranch so I can dip them in there. And then in the back section, I'm gonna add my snack. And instead of adding goldfish crackers, I'm gonna add some cheddar rocket crackers. And my mom finds these at Trader Joe's.
Now, Jackson, do you think these taste the same as goldfish crackers, or are they better? What do you think?
Better. Next, I'm gonna add in my treat. And to go along with my space theme, I'm going to add in a small bag of these Avenger-shaped cookies. Now to complete my lunch, I want to add in a juice. And I definitely think a rocket topper would go good with lunch. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the grape flavor with the silver topper. And there you go, there's everything in my lunch.
Hi guys, it's Lily. I'm in charge of today's lunch. Because I love unicorns so much, I picked up this new unicorn cutter. So I'm going to open up my lunchbox, take out the divider, and get started on my sandwich. I'm making this unicorn into a goober sandwich. Now if you never had goober before, it's basically peanut butter and jelly together, but in the same jar. And the one I'm using today has strawberry jelly, because I don't really like grape jelly very much.
So I'm gonna go ahead and help Lily open this up. And as you can see, this jar looks so cool when you first open it with the peanut butter and the jelly in there. I'm gonna go ahead and give Lily just a little bit to spread on her sandwich. Not too much or it'll probably leak out. And since we're going to be cutting the crusts off of the sandwich, we're not actually going to put any of the jelly or the peanut butter all the way to the crusts. Now I think this turned out so cute. What do you think, Lily?
It looks really good. So now that my sandwich is done, I'm going to move on to the fruit. I'm going to put together a rainbow fruit salad. For the red, I'm going to add strawberry. For my orange color, I'm adding in cuties. And then for the yellow, I'm adding in pineapple. For my green color, I'm adding in green grapes. For my blue color, I'm adding in blueberries. And for the purple color, I'm adding in purple grapes. Next, I'm going to make a yummy dressing for this fruit salad. It's just a little bit of fresh lemon juice. And then to this, I'm just going to squirt in a little bit of honey. Now I'm just going to whisk these together and pour it all over the fruit, and then I'm going to mix it.
Now you guys, I just love how colorful and fresh this fruit salad is. I think it is gorgeous. What do you think, Lily?
It really looks good. So I added the fruit salad, and then in this back section, I'm going to add in some corn because this lunch is unicorn themed. And this corn is special. My mom steamed it and added a little bit of salt. Next, I'm going to add in my snack, but I'm going to put that in a separate container. Today, I'm going with some bugles, which I kind of like a chip, but they come in a really fun cone shape. I like to put them on my fingers. Next, I have a special treat that I'm super excited about. These are marshmallow unicorn poops.
Now honestly, I cannot remember where I found these marshmallows. They've been in our cabinet for quite a while. They look super fun and very colorful. And I'm just going to add one of these little poops into the lunchbox.
And the last thing I'm adding in is a juice pouch. And this is the orange mango flavor, which is very good, which is my new favorite. Hi guys, it's Griffin.
Okay guys, so today is Thursday and I'm going to be helping Griffin out on today's lunch. He decided to go with a Paw Patrol theme.
I love Paw Patrol!
And you guys, since we didn't do mac and cheese for Griffin last week, we are definitely doing it today. Mac and cheese has been Griffin's favorite food for a long time.
That's right. I love mac and cheese.
And this works out perfectly because you can actually find Paw Patrol themed mac and cheese. I actually got these ones at Target. And you guys, anytime I cook little shaped noodles, I always make sure not to overcook them, because if you do, those shapes tend to just fall apart. And as you guys can see, for this type of mac and cheese, the noodles come in these really cute little paw shapes. Now, since Griffin cannot use the stove, I'm gonna go ahead and get this mac and cheese started, and while it's cooking, Griffin can help me on the next step.
I'm ready to help.
So for Griffin's fruit, we're actually keeping it really simple by throwing in one of these really cute Paw Patrol apple sauces. These come in 4 different flavors, and I got these at Target. There is a raspberry flavor, a mango flavor, a strawberry flavor, and for Griffin's lunch today, he decided to go with the
Blueberry.
So I finished up the mac and cheese, so we can go ahead and get that into the lunchbox. And then to get this applesauce to fit, I'm gonna sort of fold over the top, just like that. This actually works out pretty well to stick it in the lunchbox itself. And then in this back section, we're gonna add in some cucumber. So to go along with our Paw Patrol theme, I have this really cute little puppy veggie cutter. This is actually plastic and it's not very sharp, so Griffin will be able to help me out with this. I already cut the cucumber into slices, so he can go ahead and punch out the shapes all by himself. You think you can do it?
I can do it myself.
So now that we have all of these cute little puppies cut out, we're gonna add in both the centers and the outside pieces, and Griffin's gonna add in a little container of ranch to dip them in. And now that brings us to the special treat, which is also a kind of snack as well. We're gonna be adding in some of these Paw Patrol graham crackers. These are so cute. Now Griffin's actually gonna be helping me with this next part. We're gonna take these little cookies and we're gonna put them inside these little Paw Patrol snack containers. I find these at Walmart around Easter time, and they are so perfect for snacks. And you guys, check out these cookies.
I don't put these cookies in here.
We have 1 container for Jackson, 1 for Griffin, and then we have 2 for the girls. And then finally, the last thing we're gonna add into this lunch is a drink. We have quite the collection of Paw Patrol drinks. And for Griffin's lunch today, he picked out the
Apple juice.
You like apple juice?
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's everyone in my lunch.
Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Okay, guys, now later tonight, we're actually going to be heading to the grocery store to do another age aisle challenge. Who is ready for another lunch challenge?
Me!
Okay, we're gonna do age aisle again, but we're going to Target.
Okay.
So each of you can pick something for a lunch, but it has to be on your age aisle.
Okay.
So he's on aisle 3, you're on aisle
6.
You're on aisle
8.
And you're on aisle
10.
And I guarantee no dog food on aisle 10. At least I don't think so. Well, let's go find out.
Let's go.
Okay guys, so at this point I'm going to be switching things over to a voiceover, and that's because not only do they have a really loud music playing throughout the store, but it was also pretty busy as well. And since last week the girls got to go first for this challenge, this week the boys are having their turn. On this aisle, we found some pizza making supplies, which I'm surprised Griffin did not want to pick. We also found lots of hot sauce, which the boys are definitely not big fans of. We also found some soup options, but technically those were from aisle 4 because one side is aisle 3 and one side is aisle 4 at this Target. So now you guys will have to stay tuned until tomorrow's lunch to find out what Griffin ended up picking. So after Griffin, of course, it is Jackson's turn. So on his aisle, there were things like pasta, olive oil, and cooking supplies. But of course, he was immediately drawn to aisle 9, which had all of the baking chocolate and chocolate chips. He also found some Ovaltine on that aisle. So yeah, stay tuned to find out what Jackson picked. It was now time for the girls to have their turn. And wouldn't you know it, the very first thing that caught Lily's eye on her aisle were chips. And this was interesting too because last week at Publix, at the end of aisle 6 over there, she also found chips, and that's what she ended up picking that week. So you guys, I'm totally interested to know how many stores all have chips on the end of aisle 6. There seems to be a pattern here. On this aisle, the girls also found some nori, which the kids are not huge fans of. If you're not familiar, that is seaweed. Now, surprisingly, this was a really good aisle with lots of good lunch options. It was kind of hard to pick just one, but it was also filled with things my kids would never, ever, ever eat, like these sardines. Not that there's anything wrong with sardines if you like them, but my kids won't touch them. And last but not least, it was Kenzie's turn. And on her aisle, there were things like hot cereal and pudding cups. This aisle was a little bit more of a challenge. Of course, both girls were immediately drawn to this huge selection of cereal. There were seriously so many to choose from, but technically, the cereal was on aisle 9, and she needed to pick from aisle 10. Both girls found things that they definitely liked, and they both found things that they definitely did not like on this aisle. So definitely stay tuned until tomorrow when we show you what we ended up with. You guys, this was a super fun challenge. If you have any other lunch challenge ideas you'd like to see us do, let us know in the comments down below what those are.
Hi guys, and welcome to Friday!
Okay, so from Jackson's aisle 8, he decided to go with this package of spaghetti. This is just good old plain spaghetti noodles. And then surprisingly, even though Jackson's aisle was filled with all different kinds of pasta sauce, he didn't want to pick any of them. He just said he wanted his pasta to be plain. But then on the end cap of Jackson's aisle, there was actually a small little refrigerated section with lots of pre-made items, including these pre-cooked Italian style meatballs. So we both thought that would go so well with the pasta, we decided to pick them up too. Now since these meatballs are fully cooked, I'm just going to pop them into the microwave. And for the pasta, I'm going to go ahead and cook this entire package until the noodles are al dente. Now to these noodles, I just added a little bit of butter, some Parmesan cheese, some salt and pepper, and then I tossed all of the noodles together. So now I'm going to go ahead and add noodles to each one of these lunch boxes. For the bigger kids, I am adding a little bit more pasta, and for the little kids, a little bit less. Next, I'm going to be adding some of these meatballs. I'm not quite sure if the kids are going to like these, so I'm just going to go ahead and put one, and then I'm going to top it all off with an extra sprinkling of Parmesan cheese. Now, that didn't actually come from Target. I already had that in my fridge. So now that the main course is done, it's time to move on to the fruit. And now this was actually Griffin's choice. This was on his aisle. There was actually lots of different kinds of canned fruit there, but we ended up picking this fridge pack. So basically this fruit comes in a resealable container instead of a can, so you can just take out what you need and put the rest back in the fridge. So now I'm going to give each kid a little scoop of these peaches, and then not surprisingly, none of these aisles included any fresh vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and add in some broccoli just because I want to balance out this lunchbox, and I already had it in the fridge. And to go with the broccoli, I'm also giving each kid a little container of ranch. Next up, I'm going to add in the snack. And of course, Miss Lily chose this one. Those chips were at the end of her aisle. They were the first thing that she saw, and that's what she went with. Oh yes, and these are actually the cheddar and sour cream flavor. Now this ended up being McKenzie's pick. And even though her aisle wasn't the cookie aisle, at the very end, they did have some of these Keebler cookies on display. And surprise, surprise, we've actually never tried these ones before. Even though they say fudge on them, we've never had them. Look at these cute little elf cookies. And as you can see, each little elf has his own little name on the cookie. It's pretty cute. And then you guys, this lunch is not looking colorful enough for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill the last section with just a few strawberries. Again, these did not actually come from Target, but I already had them in my fridge, and I want to make sure to get enough color into these lunches. Okay guys, Kenzie and I are kicking things off with a lunch idea sent in by
Ryland from Ohio.
Now I know Kenzie's going to be excited to make this lunch because it is breakfast themed and it has to do with eggs.
My favorite. I am a huge fan of breakfast.
For Ryland's main course, she requested an egg quesadilla. So kind of like a breakfast burrito, but in quesadilla form.
That sounds really good. So this was just 2 eggs,
that I scrambled up with a little bit of salt and pepper. And now that they're done, I'm gonna switch pans so I can make this into a quesadilla. First, I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to my pan, and that's gonna make this quesadilla nice and crispy on the outside. Next, I'm gonna sprinkle on plenty of cheese. Then I'm adding on the scrambled eggs. This is also a good time to add in other things like salsa. You could add some bacon or even some veggies. Would be really good too.
So now moving on to Ryland's fruit, she requested a combination of both cherries and blueberries.
So I'm just gonna add some right over here.
And for her vegetables, she requested a combination of celery and carrots.
And don't forget the hummus.
That's right. Instead of ranch, Ryland requested hummus to dip her veggies in.
And I'll just add a little container of it on the side.
And now to finish off this lunch, 2 items that any chocolate lover would be happy to see.
For her sweet treat, I'm adding 1 mini chocolate donut. And for her drink, Ryland requested
chocolate milk. Now, next up, Lily and I are going to be making Ammani's lunch.
And Ammani is from California. That's where I used to live.
Now, one of the reasons this lunch stood out to me is because Ammani requested some homemade bagel dogs, which we've never made before. But we're excited to give it a try.
Yeah! For this recipe, you need some mini hot dogs.
And some pizza dough. And we are totally cheating here by using some store-bought pizza dough. That's just going to make it a lot faster, and I'm all for fast.
We're going to add some flour so our dough doesn't stick.
And then I'm going to try my best to roll this out nice and thin. And then I'm going to cut it. And as you can see, this dough is a little bit cold still, but we're going to try to make it work.
Next, we're going to wrap the dough around each hot dog.
So now that we have all of our hot dogs wrapped up, it's time to make these into pretzel dogs. And to do that, I'm taking a small pot of water and I just added 2 tablespoons of baking soda. Then once it comes to a boil, I can go ahead and add in the hot dogs, just small batches at a time for just about 30 seconds. And this is really what's going to give the dough a sort of a chewy bagel consistency.
And this part is definitely for grown-ups to do.
That's right. And then as I'm taking these out of the water, I'm just letting them rest on a little baking rack. Now, before I stick these into the oven, there are just 2 more things we want to go ahead and do.
I'm gonna brush each one with a little bit of egg. Oops, this one got a little bit too much.
And I'm going to season these up with a little sprinkle of everything but the bagel seasoning, which I think is going to be perfect for this recipe. Now, these are looking so good.
I can't wait to give them a try.
I'm going to go ahead and stick these in the oven at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they're golden brown. Check it out, you guys. These came out so good.
Yeah, we already sampled some. And they are really good. And especially if you add some ketchup. For Ammani's fruit, I'm gonna add pineapple. And for our vegetables, I'm adding in broccoli and baby carrots.
For Ammani's snack, we're going to be adding in some poppable potato chips.
And for a sweet treat, I'm making s'mores. To make s'mores in the microwave, I just take 1 graham cracker, add a little bit of chocolate, then my mom sticks it in the microwave for 10 seconds. And when it's still nice and gooey, I add the other graham cracker on top. I love s'mores, but this is a little bit big for this lunchbox.
And now to finish Ammani's lunch, Lily is going to be adding in some strawberry lemonade for her drink.
Hey guys.
For this next lunch, I have my buddy Jackson here to help me. And we're going to be making a lunch idea sent in by
Farah from Indiana.
And for this one, we're actually going to get started by making some
spaghetti and meatball. I really like spaghetti and meatballs too.
Now for the noodles, I'm going to go ahead and cook those. And while I'm doing that, Jackson is going to prepare the meatballs.
These ones are already fully cooked. So all I have to do is pop them in the microwave for about 2 minutes. Now that the noodles are done, I'm going to add them to the bowl and top them with a little bit of sauce, the meatballs, and then a sprinkling of Parmesan cheese. So now that the main course is done, it's time to move on to the fruit. I'm going to be adding in some cotton candy grapes.
And I'm going to go ahead and cut up a dragon fruit. Now, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever had dragon fruit.
I have, but I'm not actually a big fan of it.
Yeah, that's okay. Some people like it and some people don't.
And to make the fruit extra special, I'm going to add them onto some skewers.
Now moving on to the vegetables, we're going to be adding a combination of both cucumbers and carrots. And I had Jackson help me with the crinkle cutter on these.
And we don't want to forget the ranch for these veggies.
For Sarah's snack, Jackson's going to add in some veggie straws. And then for the sweet treat, something extra special.
Mini Reese's cup.
With Reese's pieces inside. So these are kind of extra special Reese's cups. And then finally for Sarah's drink, she requested
1 can of Diet Mountain Dew. So I'm just going to put this on the side. And there you have it, guys. That's everything in Sarah's lunch.
This next lunch idea was sent in by Vib from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
And since Viv is a huge fan of the color yellow, this lunch is going to include a lot of yellow food.
For this lunch, Mackenzie and I are going to start by making some mac and cheese.
We have a lot of different kinds to choose from.
But I think it'd be really fun to try this one. It actually has some cauliflower in it. But don't worry, it just tastes like regular mac and cheese. It's actually really good. Now I'm actually going to prepare the mac and cheese myself, and while I'm doing that, Mackenzie's going to prepare the bacon.
Because Viv requested mac and cheese with bacon on top.
Now for Viv's fruit, she requested some banana slices with peanut butter. So we actually made these a little bit earlier so we could freeze them. They're so easy to make and they really taste like ice cream when they're frozen.
Yeah, these are super good. I'm gonna put as many in here as I can fit. Next I'm gonna add in some corn, and this is actually a combination of both white and yellow corn.
For Viv's snack, she requested a combination of tortilla chips and queso. So for the tortilla chips, we're going to add in these mini ones. These fit really well into lunch boxes. And then right next to that, Mackenzie's adding in the queso. It's nice and mild, so it's not too spicy.
Next comes the sweet treat. And for Viv's lunch, she requested lemon Oreos.
Now these are actually the thin Oreos, which really do just taste like regular Oreos or just thinner. That's it.
And now last but not least, for Viv's drink, I'm adding in some lemonade.
Okay guys, I've got Jackson back here to help me with this next lunch. This one was sent in by a girl named Tahoe, and for her lunch she requested foods that are all circles.
For her main course, she requested cheese ravioli.
And I made sure to pick up the round ravioli, which were kind of hard to find. But I'm going to go ahead and make those while Jackson moves on with the rest of the lunch.
For Tahoe's fruit, she asked for grapes.
And I know technically these grapes are ovals, not circles, but what are you going to do? That's what they had at the store.
So I'm going to add them in anywhere.
And then for her veggies, she requested a combination of cucumbers and carrots. I went ahead and cut those into circles, of course, and Jackson's just going to add them into the lunchbox. For Tahoe's snack, she requested some round pretzels. So I found these brand new ones at the store yesterday, and they look really interesting.
I'm going to put a bunch of these pretzels right over here.
And then for Tahoe's sweet treat, she requested cereal. Aren't these little boxes so cute, you guys? I remember when I was a kid, I used to always get these little boxes anytime we were on vacation. So when I see them, I automatically think of a fun time. And now finally the ravioli are done. I did go ahead and toss them in just a little bit of butter, some salt and pepper, and some herbs, and they smell so good. And Jackson's gonna go ahead and help me get these into the lunchbox. And now to complete Tahoe's lunch, Jackson's gonna be adding in some apple juice. We bought this kind because it's kind of round, and because my daughter McKenzie told me I have to try this TikTok hack with this bottle. Let me know down below if you know what I'm talking about.
And that's everything in Tahoe's lunch.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hey guys, and welcome to Monday. This lunch is going to be meat-free, and I'm making this family style since we're all having lunch together at home today. For this lunch, I'm going to start by taking 1 can of refried beans, and I'm going to mix that together with some taco seasoning. This is like 1 packet of taco seasoning. I know this doesn't look so pretty right now, but trust me, it's going to taste delicious, and I'm just going to mix this all together. And then I'm going to spread it on the bottom of a pie plate. Now, don't worry, I'm not actually making a pie. Now, that was layer number 1, but for layer number 2, I'm going to be mixing together some sour cream and some cream cheese. And you guys, this cream cheese is room temperature. I think that part is important. To this, I'm just adding a little bit of ranch powder. And this is the type of ranch powder that you would use if you were making your own ranch dressing. Now, if you don't have this, don't worry, you can totally leave it out. So I'm just going to mix this all up together, and then I'm going to add it on top of the beans for layer number 2. Now for the next layer, I'm going to add some salsa, and this is very mild salsa because I want all of my kids to be able to eat this. And this isn't a very wet salsa. If you're using a salsa that is very juicy, you're going to want to drain some of that juice out or just not use it. I definitely don't want these layers to get too soggy. For the next layer, I'm going to be adding some guacamole, and of course you could totally make your own guacamole, but since I'm going for quick and easy here, I'm just using a store-bought container of guacamole. This is also a mild version, and of course I just love that green color for Halloween. It's kind of spooky, like Frankenstein. So I'm just spreading this all out, and I don't have to go all the way to the edges because that part is going to be covered with something that's coming up next. Around the edges, I'm going to add a sprinkling of cheese. This is just some shredded Mexican style cheese. Next, I'm going to be adding some tomatoes, and since not all of my kids like tomatoes, I'm just going to be adding a few. And these are actually just cherry tomatoes that I've cut in half. That way my girls who don't like tomatoes can easily avoid them. Now at this point, I'm also going to be sprinkling on a few pieces of black olive and some sliced green onions. Now you guys, if you make this dip yourself and you want to, you could also add a layer of taco meat in here. That would be delicious. But I'm just going to finish this off with a really spooky decoration on the top, which is actually really easy. I'm just taking some plain sour cream. I've added it to a little Ziploc baggie, and then I snipped off the tip. That way I can try my best to squirt out a little web design right on the top of the dip. And of course, I have to finish this off with a little spider ring. These are like the kind that you get on top of a cupcake. And of course, it makes it extra spooky. Now, like I said, I'm serving this family style, so I'm going to put everything onto this big platter. And to go along with the dip, I'm also going to be including plenty of celery sticks. These are nice and sturdy and perfect for scooping up all of those delicious layers. And now for the fruit, I'm just taking some little mandarin oranges. I've already taken the peels off of these, and to make them look like little pumpkins, I've just added tiny little pieces of celery right on the top. This is so easy to do, and it comes out cute every time. Now for a little sweet treat, I am going to go ahead and add just a few of these little cookies. These are the pumpkin flavored JoJo's from Trader Joe's. And then you guys, I'm going to fill in the rest of these spaces with tortilla chips. And instead of just adding regular tortilla chips, I thought it'd be super cute to use these ones from Trader Joe's. They look like little fall leaves, and they come in lots of different colors. Now to go along with this, I'm just going to be serving some water. And there you have it, guys. That is everything for today's lunch. Now you guys, for today's birthday lunch, I'm actually going to start by making the sweet treat first. And since this is bird themed, I'm going to be putting together some hummingbird mini muffins. And you guys, I'm not quite sure why this is called a hummingbird cake, but I can tell you that this recipe is pretty popular in the southern United States, and it starts with your basic muffin or cupcake ingredients. So we have flour, sugar, salt, then I'm spicing it up with a little bit of cinnamon. I'm also adding 1 beaten egg, and you're also going to need to add some oil. And in this case, I'm choosing to use coconut oil, but you could also use a vegetable if that's what you prefer. Now to turn this into a hummingbird cake, I'm definitely going to be adding in some vanilla extract, some crushed pineapple, some chopped pecans, and then you guys, to send this over the top, I'm also adding in some banana that I've mashed up thoroughly. And now all I'm going to do is mix this together well. You do want to be careful not to over mix this, however, because you really want these muffins or cupcakes to stay nice and light. So now what I'm going to do is take a mini muffin pan, and I'm going to go ahead and add my liners right in here because I do not want these to stick to the pan. And to doubly make sure that they don't stick, I'm also going to spray them with a little bit of coconut cooking spray. And then to make sure that these cook evenly, I'm going to use my little cookie scoop to add just a little bit of this batter into each little cup. So these are going to be what I like to call 2-bite muffins, because they're that small. Now I'm just going to add these into the oven at 350, just about 12 to 15 minutes. And you guys, while those are in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and prepare some sandwiches. My husband made me this really cute birdhouse cookie cutter. And it's my goal to make a peekaboo sandwich, but this time I'm not using peanut butter or sprinkles. I'm going to start by cutting out the bottom pieces of bread. Then I'm going to cut out the top pieces of bread. But this one is also going to get a small bird-shaped cutout of the center. That way it looks like a little birdie is hanging out in the birdhouse. And now for the filling of this sandwich, in this one I'm using some smoky cheese and some ham. And check it out, you guys, these came out so cute. To make these look even more like birdhouses, I'm going to add little pretzel sticks on the bottom, just like this. For the fruit in today's lunch, I'm going to give each kid a little mandarin orange. I did go ahead and peel these already. I'll fill up the rest of this section with more raspberries. And then for the vegetable, I'm adding a combination of celery sticks and carrots. And to go along with the bird theme, I did go ahead and cut these carrots into these cute little penguin shapes. And speaking of penguins, I'm also adding in some of these really cute penguin cheese crackers. These are a lot like goldfish, but I get these ones at Aldi. And that gives me just enough space for the hummingbird muffins. And then I'm going to finish off these lunches with a little bit of bird-themed apple juice.
My favorite part was the celery and ranch.
My favorite part was the muffin and the sandwich.
My favorite part was the muffin and the penguin cheese crackers.
My favorite was the muffin.
Hey guys, and happy Wednesday. So for today's lunch, I've got my kids in the kitchen to help me out. We are gonna try to make a pumpkin-shaped pizza. And instead of using store-bought pizza dough, Mackenzie's actually gonna make some dough for us. Mackenzie has become our resident bread maker. In fact, she knows how to use this machine more than I do.
All you have to do is add 1 cup of water, a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of butter, then 3 cups of flour, then 2 teaspoons of yeast. You have to get it in just right. Like this, and then turn because it unlocks it.
All right, looks good.
Let me see.
Boop, boop,
On the side that's all sticky.
boop, boop.
I'll just peel up.
It's not slime, but it
Turn
gets
it
all
so Griffin
sticky.
can see.
Can you see?
It's like slime.
Yeah.
Or like sand.
I need the edge to be like more smooth. See how it's like bumpy? Maybe if you go like this.
Who's still flashing them? No, not.
I feel like we should watch a movie. What movie should we watch?
I want to watch the first Harry Potter movie again.
Yeah, that's a good Halloween movie.
Mommy, do you want Harry Potter?
So now that we have the pizza all shaped like a pumpkin, Lily's going to go ahead and add the sauce. And now Griffin, McKenzie, and Lily are going to be adding on the cheese. This is mostly going to be mozzarella cheese with just a little sprinkle of cheddar. And then lastly, we're also going to add some turkey pepperoni. I'm going to add on the little face part. And then the kids are going to add pepperoni all around the outside. And check it out, you guys. This turned out so cute. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven. It's only going to take about 10 to 12 minutes. And while I'm doing that, the girls are going to put together some salad because we love having salad with our pizza. And now the very last thing we're adding onto this lunch is the applesauce. That's what Jackson picked out, so that's what we're gonna have. And these ones are extra cute because there's little Halloween characters on the outside. Hey guys, and welcome to Thursday. Now today's lunch is not going to be Halloween or pumpkin themed. Instead, I'm going with an everything apple themed. Right now the stores near me do have a lot of pumpkin spice flavored things, but they also have a lot of apple flavored things for fall. So that's what we're going with. And for this lunch, I'm actually gonna start by making dessert first. You guys, I'm gonna be making some super simple and adorable apple pie cookies. And these are really easy, like I said. You only need a pie crust. I'm just using one from the store. You're also going to need canned apple pie filling, 1 egg, and some cinnamon and sugar. Now to get started, I need to open up my can of apple pie filling. And because these apples are pretty big, I'm gonna go ahead and chop them up a bit. Now I love using this Pampered Chef tool to chop things up, but if you don't have one of these, no problem. You can just use a knife or a fork. You just want to get the apple pieces pretty small so that they fit well in the cookies. Now moving on to our pie crust. Now the box that I bought actually comes with 2 little rounds of dough, and I'm going to be using both of them. For one of them, I'm going to start by cutting out some circles. I can get about 9 cookies out of this amount of dough, and to these I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of filling. You really don't want to add too much here or it might just ooze out everywhere. Next, I'm going to take the egg that I've already beaten up and I'm going to brush the outside of these little rounds, and that's really going to help this cookie stick together. Because what I'm going to do next is to top these apple pie cookies with more dough, just so that they look a little bit more like a pie. And of course you could go ahead and make a lattice with these strips of dough, but I'm just keeping this simple, so I'm just going in one direction and then the other. And now before I put these into the oven, I am going to brush each one with a little bit more of the egg wash. This is going to help the outside to brown. And then last but not least, I'm going to take a little bit of sugar and cinnamon. I'm going to mix those together. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the top of each cookie. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love crispy sugar on the top of my pie crust. That's how my grandma used to do it, so that's how I do it too. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pop these into my oven at 350 for about 15 to 18 minutes. And you guys, while those are in the oven, I'm gonna put together some chicken and apple salad. Now, I know that sounds weird, but trust me, this is really good, and it goes with our everything apple theme. Now, this chicken salad starts off a lot like most recipes. I have some chopped chicken, some celery, onions. I've chopped both of these pretty fine. Next, I'm adding some craisins, some chopped up pecans. Usually when I'm making chicken salad, I'll add almonds, but this time I'm using pecans. And then for the special ingredient in this recipe, I'm gonna add in some chopped apples. This is a mixture of both tart Granny Smith apples and sweet Gala apples. I just love that combination. And these are really gonna add a lot of good crunch to this chicken salad. Now to keep these apples from turning brown and to give this chicken salad extra flavor, I'm also squirting in some lemon juice. Next, I'm going to add in a good amount of mayonnaise, and I'm really just eyeballing this here. I'm not measuring it at all. You just want to add as much as you like. And then I'm going to finish it off with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now I'm just going to give this a big stir to kind of mix everything together. And if I need to add a little bit more mayo or salt or pepper, I will definitely do that too. And then check it out, you guys. To go with our apple themed lunch, I put some of this chicken salad on some sandwich bread that I cut out in an apple shape. Next, to go along with this apple theme, I'm also going to give the kids some of this honey caramel apple donut flavored yogurt. Now I haven't tried this before. I picked it up at Aldi, but it sounds really good. So I'm just going to add a little bit onto the trays. In this section, I'm also going to add a few extra apple slices. And now to give this some crunch, I'm just going to add a little bit of granola to the top of this yogurt. And this is actually an apple streusel flavored granola, which goes perfectly for this apple themed lunch. Now, I couldn't think of any apple-themed vegetables, so I'm just going to keep that simple by adding in some celery and carrot sticks. And then, of course, now that they're all cooled down, I can also add one of our apple pie cookies. These turned out so good, and my entire house smells amazing. And now to finish off this lunch, of course, I'm going to be giving the kids some apple cider as well. And their favorite kind of apple cider is the Martinelli's. To decide which lunch I'm making first, we have to spin the wheel.
For my main course, I chose a chicken Caesar salad.
Now, surprisingly, this chicken Caesar salad is pretty large, especially for kids. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I think I'm going to be able to fit about half of this onto Mackenzie's lunch tray, and I'm going to try to make this look as appetizing as possible.
For my fruit, I chose an apple.
Now, this is a big old apple, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this into slices using my crinkle cutter. Now, if I was sending this lunch to school, I would probably soak these apple slices in a little bit of lemon water just so that they wouldn't turn brown. But since she's eating these right away, I'm not gonna worry about it.
For my vegetable, I chose a cucumber.
Since I have my crinkle cutter out, I'm going to go ahead and crinkle cut these two. Then I'm going to add them to this section of the lunch tray, which has just enough room for some ranch dip as well.
For my snack, I chose hummus and pretzels.
Now, I'm not sure Mackenzie realized that this was roasted red pepper hummus, so hopefully she'll like it. Usually she just gets plain hummus. And then right here on the side, I'm also adding the pretzel thins, perfect for dipping.
For my treat, I chose fruit snacks. For my drink, I chose some sparkling water. I think my lunch is the best. If you think so too, put a rose emoji in the comments down below.
For my main course, I picked Easy Mac.
Now, as far as microwavable mac and cheese goes, we have already tried the Annie's version and the Kraft version, so it'll be interesting to see if the Aldi version is any good. The instructions are identical to Easy Mac. You just take out the little packet, add in the water, give it a stir, and pop it in the microwave. Once out of the microwave, be careful because it's going to be super hot, and then you have to stir in the cheese packet. Now this is super hot, so I'm going to go ahead and set it aside and then move on to the fruit.
For my fruit, I picked strawberries.
For the strawberries, I'm just going to cut them into heart shapes.
For my vegetable, I picked carrots.
Now the packaging says baby carrots, but you guys, these are massive baby carrots. So to make these a little bit easier for Griffin to eat, I'm going to go ahead and cut them into smaller pieces. Now I can add them to the lunch tray with a little bit of ranch on the side.
For my snack, I picked cheddar turtles. I'm really good at doing this.
No, honestly, these are very much like goldfish crackers. They're a little less cheesy if you ask me, but they are really cute.
For my treat, I picked cookies.
Now, I totally remember having these Oreo knockoff cookies when I was a kid, and even though they are tasty, they don't really taste exactly like an Oreo.
I choose apple juice for my drink. Wow! If you think my lunch is the best, leave a cheese emoji in the comments below. For my main course, I picked pizza grilled cheese.
Now, to make Lily's pizza grilled cheese, I'm just starting with 2 pieces of sandwich bread. Then to this, I'm going to brush on just a little bit of pizza sauce. Now, I say a little bit because if I overdo this, I know it's going to make the sandwich soggy.
For my fruit, I picked kiwi.
Now you guys, would you check out how big these kiwis are? They are massive. Now technically this is a different variety of kiwi than I normally buy. The skin on the outside is much thinner and it's not all fuzzy like a regular kiwi.
For my vegetable, I picked cucumber.
For Lily's cucumber, I'm going to go ahead and cut these into little cucumber sticks. And I'm not going to forget the ranch.
For my snack, I picked cheese and edamame.
Now you don't have to do this part, but I am going to go ahead and cut the cheese with some scissors just so that it looks a little bit cuter on the plate. I'm going to add the edamame right next to the cheese.
For my treat, I picked Gushers.
You guys, if you've never tried Gushers before, they're a little bit different than your regular fruit snack because they have a sticky liquid filling.
For my drink, I picked watermelon juice box. Wow! If you think my lunch is the best, leave a unicorn emoji in the comments.
Okay guys, now that brings me to Jackson's lunch.
For my main course, I picked peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich. For my fruit, I picked orange.
Now, since these little oranges are pretty small, I'm going to add in 2 of them. And to make them look extra fun, I'm going to add in just a few little eye picks.
For my vegetable, I picked cherry tomatoes.
For the tomatoes, I'm going to be adding them onto a few skewers as well.
For my snack, I picked white cheddar corn puffs. For my treat, I picked a strawberry Jell-O cup.
Now, I would love to know in the comments down below if you are a fan of Jell-O. What is your favorite Jell-O flavor? Personally, I am a big fan of lime Jell-O.
And for my drink, I picked berry probiotic water.
And you guys, this probiotic drink is actually kind of interactive. You take off the little sticker on top, and then you have to push really hard on the lid, and that releases the powder on the inside. Then you have to shake it up really well.
If you think my lunch is the best, leave a yellow star emoji in the comments. Hi guys, this is Jackson, and today I'm making Mackenzie's lunch. For her main course, I'm gonna make a chicken snack wrap with a twist. I'm just gonna throw a couple of these chicken strips in the air fryer. This is gonna take maybe 7 minutes. So while that's happening, I'm gonna put together the salad to go inside the wrap. I know that Kenzie loves avocado toast, so I think she's gonna like this salad. It comes with a mix of greens, an avocado ranch dressing, some guacamole, a little bag of bagel chips, and some cheese. I'm just gonna mix this all together and set it aside. For the wrap itself, I'm gonna use a tortilla. I'm gonna add 1 slice of Gouda cheese, and then just a little bit of that avocado salad on top. So the chicken has cooked, but it's not super hot, so I can add it to the wrap now. And to make this extra tasty, I'm just gonna add a little bit of the avocado ranch dressing on top. And now comes the hard part, wrapping it up so it doesn't fall apart. Now, one thing that my mom got recently is this pack of silicone wrap bands. We're gonna wrap this around the wrap to keep it wrapped. Now, my mom says that I should make this cute. So I'm gonna cut the cheese into heart shapes, not fart shapes. For Mackenzie's fruit, I'm gonna cut up some strawberries. Some of the strawberries I'm gonna cut into big pieces and some into small pieces. And with one of the strawberries, I'm gonna cut that strawberry into a heart shape. The big chunks of strawberries go in here. And I'm also adding a handful of blueberries. To go along with that, I'm also cutting some mini cucumbers. And I'm going to include some ranch too. On the side, I'm gonna make a yogurt parfait. I'm gonna take some of the strawberry Greek yogurt. I'm spreading that on the bottom. Next comes a layer of the smaller pieces of strawberry. And on top of that, I'm gonna add some strawberry shortcake flavored granola. I'm gonna top this with 1 more layer of yogurt, and on top I'm adding that heart-shaped strawberry. Next up, I'm adding goldfish, and these are the princess ones. They have the regular shapes and princess faces too. I'm gonna go crazy here and add a lot of decorations. On the side, I'm also giving Kenzie a strawberry shortcake bar. This is kind of like a granola bar, but with icing on top and much softer. For Mackenzie's drink, she's getting an Olipop, and that's it. I'm gonna pack this up. I'm adding in an ice pack so the yogurt stays cold. I hope she likes this lunch, but if she doesn't, I'll eat it. Hi guys, this is Mackenzie and today I'm making Jackson's lunch. And for his main course, he requested hot dogs. I'm just gonna put some of these hot dogs into the air fryer for about 5 minutes. Now I don't think these are gonna be hot by lunchtime, but I don't really think he's gonna care. I really just want them to be crisped up on the outside. Now to make these fit in the lunchbox, I do have to cut them in half. For Jackson's fruit, I'm gonna wash some grapes. And to go along with those, I'm also gonna go wash some blueberries. But what's with the green one? That's not meant to be there. I bet that one is super sour. Maybe I should put it in his lunch. To go along with this, I'm gonna cut up some celery. And since I know Jackson likes these, I'm gonna add some little tiny tomatoes to his lunch. Next up, the veggie chips. These ones are seasoned and they're also triangle shaped. And in this section, I also have a little bit more space, so I'm gonna add some ranch. And for these hot dogs, Jack does not want mustard, ketchup only. He doesn't like anything else on his hot dog. I would like to know in the comments down below, what do you like to put on your hot dogs? So I know Jack loves Rice Krispie treats, and this box has regular chocolate and M&M. I'm gonna guess that his favorite would be the M&M. My favorite is the plain chocolate one though. And for his drink, I'm gonna make some blue Gatorade Zero. Now I just have to get all of this in his bag, and then I'm done.
Hey guys, Griffin here, and today I'm making a lunch for Lily. First I'm gonna start by making her a sandwich. And because she doesn't like meat that much, I'm making her a PB&J with smooth peanut butter and grape jelly. Now I'm going to try my best to spread this out, but the peanut butter is a little bit thick. Now I'm going to close it up, and then I'm going to use this butterfly cutter. I'm gonna get that inside the lunchbox and make this look more like a butterfly. I'm gonna take some of this twisty cheese and add it right in the middle. I also think it would be fun to add these googly eye picks too. Now I know Lily likes strawberries. I'm gonna go ahead and wash them really good and slice them up. I'm gonna add those in. And right next to those, Lily's also getting some green grapes. Over here, I'm gonna add some baby carrots, and I'm not gonna forget the ranch to go with them. Lily only likes carrots if she can dip them in her ranch. For a special treat, Lily's also getting a chocolate milk, because I know she loves chocolate milk, and I do too. For her snack on the side, I'm gonna add in 1 pack of these oatmeal balls. These ones actually have dried berries inside. Now that's everything in Lily's lunch, I'm just gonna pack it up, and I hope that she likes it. Okay guys, I'm up next. And if you can't tell, this is Lily. And I'm making Griffin's lunch. Griffin's lunch is going to be super easy and quick to put together. But I know he's going to like it because for the main course, I'm making Paw Patrol mac and cheese. And if you look closely, you can see the little paw shape in the pasta. To make this, all I have to do is to add the water and stick it in the microwave for 3.5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
Now it's time to add the cheese powder. I want to make this mac and cheese more interesting. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of pizza sauce, a tablespoon of mozzarella cheese, and a spoonful of mini pepperonis. And before I add it to the lunchbox, I need to dump out the water that was preheating the thermos. So now that I got all that mac and cheese in here, I'm gonna add a little bit more pizza to the top so Griffin can tell that this is pizza mac and cheese.
Next for Griffin's fruit, I'm gonna make some apple fries. And this is really easy with a crinkle cutter. To make sure the apple fries don't turn brown, I'm gonna squirt on some lemon juice. And then for the veggies, I'm gonna add some baby carrots. To go along with the apples and carrots, I'm also gonna give Griffin a little bit of peanut butter that he can dip his apples in. For a snack on the side, I'm gonna open this bag of paw-shaped Cheetos. And in the same section, I have just enough room for a little container of ranch. For a sweet treat, I got 2 different choices of cookies. And both of these are new, and they're made by the same company that makes the juice bottles. We have a lot of those. There's a chocolate flavor and a cinnamon flavor.
Let's see what they look like inside, because I'm curious to see how big they are. Oh, is it a monkey? Is it a smiley face?
I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna give Griffin the cinnamon one because I would like to have the chocolate ones. Last but not least, for Griffin's drink, he's gonna get a mango pineapple Capri Sun. Then I'm gonna pack it up.
You guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in and checking out all of our fun lunch ideas.
Let us know in the comments down below which lunch was your favorite.
Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.